Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of the Life and Finances Together podcast. I'm your host, Chelsea Stino, and I am here with our financial professionals, Roger David and Jake Rinvelt, to find out about the folks that they help. And to get us started, I actually want to talk about your recent recognition in print as one of the fastest growing firms in the nation. You guys are being recognized and being seen places. What is that like?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, we've been recognized nationally with a number of awards over the years for best practices, which we're very thankful for. It's great to have that recognition. I mean, Jake's just been recognized as a top 100 in North America as Next Gen Advisors, an advisor hub, which a lot of people don't know what that is. Well, it's a main publication in our industry. So what does that say? Well, what that says is this place is in pretty good hands. I like to think I had something to do with that, but what's great about it is that, we can be confident in saying, regardless of what happens or what life throws us, right, our clients, right, our friends who happen to be clients, we like to say, are going to be in good hands.
That's great. Congratulations to you, Jake. That's fantastic. I remember reading about it. A couple of the criteria and parameters included things like, the amount of clients you have, so the growth that you've seen. How do your new clients find you? It sounds like you guys are growing really well. How does that work?
One of the main ways that we've built our firm over these years is through client referrals from existing clients. So back when my dad and Roger first started this firm, they built a client base that primarily has stuck with us ever since and have just been great referral sources. And why do we appreciate that? Why have we loved to build our firm this way? Is because we love every client that comes in. Roger said it. We view our clients as our friends and almost family members that happen to be clients. And what we appreciate is that they appreciate the advice that we give them. They realize that we're trying with our knowledge to give them the best advice, the best direction on things that come up in life. And they appreciate that advice so much that they feel the desire to share that with other individuals that they see may need some help in certain areas. And that's how we've really built the majority of our firm. Yes, we get clients from different events that we host when we say bring a friend or bring a family member. We will get some referrals from the website, but almost primarily it's been through referrals from existing clients, which we love because our clients are wonderful and the people they refer to us have the same beliefs, mindsets, views, and again, appreciation for the advice that we give.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So it's easy to see how growth is organic here, and it flows really well, and it helps, right, that the people that you care about so much are sharing with who they care about, and it makes an easy connection and builds that relationship probably a little bit faster. And as we continue to grow and as we continue to look toward the new folks who are going to be coming in, who are going to be joining the Rinvelt and David extended family of friends who happen to be clients, what do you enjoy most about meeting those new folks, about meeting the new prospective clients when they come in?
When we see these new clients, one of the things I think Jake and I love the most, and everybody knows this, Chelsea knows and everybody in the organization knows what? Hey, you guys are supposed to have an hour and a half meeting when the new clients come in. And Jake and I, we're 2 hours. Right? It's 2 hours. Uh-huh. Why? Because we love to hear their stories. It's incredible to hear the stories, get to know them, on a more personal level, to connect in that way. That's probably the thing I love the most. That is my favorite meeting, right? It's my absolute favorite meeting, is to do the introduction meeting, explain about what we do, but then also just sit down and have a conversation, with them and get to know them. Mm-hmm. And we get to do that together now. So there's multiple perspectives. There's, I don't want to say I'm an old guy, but I'm older than Jake, and also get the younger generation perspective too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's whenever we have this introduction meeting, we always start out with the question of what brought you here. And depending on who we're meeting with, that could just be, I need some advice on how to purchase a home, or I've got restricted stock units through work that I have no idea how these things work, and they're seeking for some advice like that. But oftentimes, I would say probably 9 times out of 10, that will just lead to 20, 30, 40-minute discussion where we're getting to know so much about the client. Everything that brought them to this point, And it's really the starting point of beginning to tell us their story, which is so key in understanding their story and what got them to this point for us to be able to then develop a financial plan to help them either continue what they're doing successfully and encourage that continuance, or to give them advice on little tweaks that have to be made to set themselves up for a better future. But it really is, and we say it all the time, no two plans are the same, no sets of clients are the same. Everyone's got something different going on, whether it's the type of place they work for, some really interesting jobs, and companies that people work for, or they're self-employed individuals. When we have them do this cash flow worksheet, which no one likes to do, I feel like we're putting them on a
No
budget.
one,
but
don't worry, it's gonna be okay. And when you come in and do that, it's not that bad.
Yeah, exactly. But it's the backbone of our financial plan. And we say we're not putting it on a budget. We want to know how you want to spend your money, especially in retirement. People usually don't want to retire unless they can maintain or exceed their current lifestyle. So it's really understanding who they are, what got them here, what do they want to achieve, and what is important to them. And that's the biggest thing that we try to glean when we initially start this relationship, and continue to understand that more and more over the years once it starts.
So they get into this intro, they enjoy telling their story, they learn a little bit more about you, and they decide that, yeah, they definitely want to move forward. What is that next step, and what does that process look like for them? Because it's not as simple as just telling us your story and we churn out a plan, right? There's a lot more to it.
Exactly. We say during the intro presentation, this is the most talking that Roger and I are going to do. And beyond that point, it becomes a very collaborative effort with the client, because it's when we start to gather the data so we can create the financial plan. So we give you a homework assignment, right? There's a lot of different tasks that have to be completed.
It's not hard.
It's not hard, it's not difficult. And we're
There's
here.
no test.
No test. And Chelsea can even speak to it. She and I, during that data gathering process, are usually the people that you'll leverage to ask any questions that you may have about the information we're requesting. But to build a comprehensive and really impactful financial plan, we need data, especially with the cash flow based financial planning that we do, of which the backbone is that cash flow worksheet. So we'll help you gather that data. But once we have it, then this collaboration really works. We start to build out the financial plan. We start entering the data that you've provided. If you want to do so, we can actually link to your outside accounts so we get fresh data every day. And we work together to build out not only a very comprehensive base financial plan, but also run all these different scenarios that you may want to see, as well as stress tests that we want to make sure that you see that are built on top of your base plan. So that we're preparing you for Social Security changes that may be coming. What we like to call medical Armageddon, with the Medicare trust fund running out in 2028, and how that's going to impact your future. Really a big thing is we're trying to prepare clients for, to and through retirement, what medical costs are going to look like. And all these different scenarios that you may want to see as well. What if I work a year longer? What if I save another 1 or 2% in my retirement plan? What if I make Roth contributions, et cetera, et cetera? There's so many different scenarios that we can run and visually show you the impact of these different changes on your financial picture.
And as you talk about those things that, we do, I mean, we look back, almost 10 years now. We changed, everything that we did. You walked in the door and we dramatically started changing everything. You used to get this big binder. Right, your dad and I used to throw this big binder, like 100 pages, nice binder, leather book, and everything. We were so proud of ourselves. Right, look at this beautiful thing that we've created. And then we started looking at this, saying, you know what, we're not engaging with the client enough, right? So now our planning process is so much more engaging. The clients are right in the middle of the development of this plan. We're going to provide some advice on the things we think they need to be aware of, and there's really no possibility of changing on those things. But then Jake and I are sitting down with them and saying, when we sit down with them, we're saying, hey, you're going to be involved in this process. The second meeting, the client's running that meeting just as much as we are. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're asking questions and they're directing us and they're providing detail. And we're making adjustments as we're sitting in. Now, this meeting is probably about a couple hours long. But it's fun. I mean, it goes by so fast because they're not just being told what to do because we're the so-called expert. No, they're being engaged and they're actually telling us and directing us, well, this is what I want to do, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, we take a lot of time in those meetings, to engage them. They're running that meeting with us. And it's probably one of the major changes we've made in the last 9 to 10 years that have just made us so different from everyone else. We don't have the ego. We don't have the attitude that we're the expert. No. What we are here to do, I mean, and you know it, I mean, we're here to guide them. We're here to provide them guidance, provide them solutions, and let them do what? Be the decision maker, right? We work for them. We work for them, so, and we provide direction, we provide guidance, we provide, I'd say it's more than information. You get information off the internet. But the things that we do really provide them the ability, right, to make informed
Educated
decisions
decisions, yeah.
and be confident in those decisions. I mean, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's kind of
exactly right.
Not kind of what we do, is what we do.
Yeah. Once we've gotten all this data and created your financial plan, at that point, we call it our financial decision-making part of this GPS process, our goal progression system. We wait until we've had all these conversations, detailed your financial plan, looked at every single type of stress test and one-off type scenario, and have crafted, with the help of the client, this final plan that then leads into recommendations, whether it be recommendations on getting additional life, disability, long-term care, or other types of insurances, and or the ability for us to help them manage money and how we need to manage the money, what products to use, which strategies to utilize inside of the portfolio, what their risk tolerance is, all these things. A lot of advisors start there. They start there, hey, how much money do you have to invest? Oh, you didn't meet the minimum, we don't have any wiggle room there. Or, hey, here's the money, let's invest it. Now, maybe we'll do some planning, but we're gonna charge you extra for it, right? And we're gonna charge you every time you wanna update it. Well, we believe that should be part of the process, creating this financial plan, because we can't really give adequate advice or adequate recommendations until we know your full picture, until we see the results of this financial plan that then lead to the advice and recommendations we give, whether it be on an investment perspective, insurance perspective.
Yeah, and let me say one thing. Our GPS is a lot more accurate than the GPS you have in your car, by the way. So we say it's our, like we had said, it's our goal progression system that we've developed and enhanced, and it's evolved over the years from when we started almost 10 years ago. But again, it's to provide the guidance, right? It's to provide this roadmap. So that people can make good decisions. I mean, that's really what we do. That's what we strive to achieve. You don't have to become an expert. We're not asking you to become an expert. Well, we are focused on making sure that, you understand why you're making the decisions that you're making, and as opposed to just an advisor coming and saying, well, you just do this because this is what I think you should do. Well, no, that's a failure. If you're doing that, that's a failure. And we strongly believe in that. It's our job to engage, our job to educate, our job to guide, so that, again, our clients can make informed decisions. And then ultimately feel confident in understanding why they're making those decisions. That's what's important.
It sounds like you offer so many great resources, so many great opportunities, something, people are always looking for, right? You need that person to call when you don't know what to do. And so many of us don't necessarily know obviously all the things that you guys know. So
that's a great way to put it, too.
It's a great,
people
yeah.
call someone, they don't necessarily know exactly what to do.
Right, you're in a situation and
you got somebody that you can call.
right, someone who's reliable, someone who you trust, who knows the answers so I don't have to, right? It's just another resource that is that invaluable, another member that you put in your phone and the number that you call when I've got a financial question, right? So for people who are looking for that next number to call, how do they get to you? How do they find you?
Well, one of the things they can go to is they can go to our website. Rinveltdavid.com. That's probably the best way to maybe even learn a little bit more about us and who we are and what we're all about and really what our values are. The commodity in our business is the financial assets, the insurance, and the things we do. I don't think that the planning is. I still believe what we do there is not a commodity type of thing that we provide. Or you can just simply call us up. You can just call us up right at the office. All the information's there, on the internet. You can call us on a number. I'm sure we'll provide the number, with this podcast that you can see and just give us a call. We you're gonna get us, right? The one thing that we're so committed to is making sure that we're accessible. We've got the systems, the process in place, the people in place that are gonna answer the phone. And they're gonna make sure that we get in front of you. And it's gonna be, if there's an answer that needs to be provided, well, we're gonna do that on a timely basis because, we're all in this together here within the firm. And we love to have meetings, all right? Maybe not on Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock, but we will do that. But, we love to see people face to face, which is something that may be going by the wayside, and we understand some people like to have, virtual meetings and things. But what really sets us apart from everyone else is we love having those face-to-face meetings, interacting, getting a feel for how you're feeling, or how clients are feeling by the tone of their voice and the look on their face.
Yeah,
which is
facial
still,
expressions, tones of the
right?
voice, and stuff that you can pick up on when you're meeting with someone face to face.
Exactly. We feel it's very important because we're going to find those hidden things. People will say, "I'm fine," right? That's we all say that, right? When we're not, and we can see through their facial expressions, their tone of voice, and everything that no, they probably aren't fine. And there's something that we've got to dig a little bit deeper on.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got your website, we've got the phone. How else can we find you?
You'll be able to find us, with our podcasts. You'll see a lot of the events, our social media. You'll see a lot of things that we do, our workshops and all of our the events that we have throughout the year. We love seeing all of our clients, part of our family, interacting with them, in educational format, in a social format, our podcasts, our blog. You're going to see a lot of these different things. And it's not just to do these things, it's to provide a way to understand things about your financial life and maybe get to know us a little bit in different ways. It's not just we're sending out newsletters that nobody reads. We're doing things in a different way to understand a little bit about who we are and what we do, and more importantly, at the end of the day, why we do it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks so much, guys. This has been really informative, educational, always a great time, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, this has been fun.
Thanks.
Thanks so much for watching, for listening, and for learning more about who the Rinvelt and David team helps and how they build those lifelong financial relationships today. If you have any questions about our team, about our services, or finances in general, please check out our website. That's rinveltdavid.com. Send us an email, give us a call, and of course, please like and subscribe to our podcast and stay tuned for our next episode.
This podcast is for entertainment and educational purposes only and is not intended as personal financial advice. Before making any financial decision, please do your own research and consult a financial advisor as needed.